In Stellantis, the CEO of Jeep has discovered a method to halt the EV push since he does not see an all-electric future. With the compressed air engine he has unleashed, all electric vehicle manufacturers will be utterly destroyed. The whole car industry was shocked and terrified by this engine since it was so innovative for its time. At last, a solution to allow combustion automobiles to continue operating on the road without causing pollution has been found. We're talking about 99 less current tailpipe emissions and 120 miles per gallon of fuel efficiency. World authorities are pressuring us to purchase electric vehicles and will eventually outlaw combustion engines. But what if you decide against wanting one? For the average person, this compressed air engine could possibly be the ideal substitute. Okay, then just stop talking and take my money. Tell me when it will be available, how much it will cost, and what information the politicians are trying to hide regarding electric vehicles. I will respond to each and every one of those queries immediately. Come along for the journey to see why it's far more probable than you would think that this brand new compressed air engine will be the end for electric vehicles. Numerous efforts at alternative fuels have been made throughout the years, but big manufacturers have often been reluctant to take chances. That will all soon change, however. Jeep and Stellantis are bringing a revolutionary hybrid air powertrain to the market. Their 2-liter compressed air engine achieves unmatched fuel economy by combining compressed air and gasoline. The system's hydraulic system, low-pressure tank, and compressed air tank all work together to provide peak performance. With an unwavering commitment to innovation, Stellantis has been developing a new variety of engines that have the capacity to completely eradicate electric vehicles. That's not all, however. With these engines, a cutting-edge new gearbox that gets almost 55 miles per gallon is possible. And when I tell you about the decreases in CO2 emissions, you won't believe how amazing that is. Jeep has succeeded in bringing its weighted CO2 emissions down to over 95 of those of contemporary ICE vehicles. Everything began in 2014 when the business unveiled its first compressed air engines, the Stellantis Peugeot 308, reduced internal friction, and the use of lock-up clutch converters to stop any slippage further increased this system's efficiency. Furthermore, the increases in CO2 emissions across a range of models are very remarkable. However, Peugeot's unique mix of additive-infused particle filter and selective catalytic reduction is what really works its magic. With this combination, 99.9% of particles are removed and emissions are reduced by up to 90. However, how does this magic really occur? Such low emissions and excellent fuel economy. Consider modern battery electric hybrid cars, such as the Toyota Prius. Imagine now using pressurized air in place of those bulky batteries. Yes, the compressed air used in Jeep's hybrid air technology is used to store energy. Energy from the ice, as well as from braking and deceleration, is captured by a hydraulic pump motor unit, which stores it as compressed air. It's an engineering symphony of perfection. The hybrid air system is quite intelligent. 3 modes are available: mixed, gasoline, and air only. Depending on how you drive, an electronic management system automatically switches between several modes. Do you have a motorway in your sights? Only the ICE will be used by the system, but it smoothly transitions to air power if you're driving through a city and your speed falls below 45 mph. The advantages, they are enormous. According to Jeep, the hybrid air system may reduce fuel consumption in cities by an astounding 50%. And the story doesn't end there. Comparing vehicles using this technology to those with traditional engines of the same power rating, the vehicle's range increases by 90 Stay with me for a few more minutes. I have some unique information on the debut of this engine as well. This is the icing on the cake. Hybrid air-powered cars can start up and run on air a lone 60-80 of the time under city circumstances. With this prototype, PSA is presently testing and has said that a combined fuel economy of 120 miles per gallon is the goal. What about the price though? Carlos Tavares, CEO of Jeep and Stellantis, is also ahead of the curve in this regard. The hybrid air system is less costly and easier to install and maintain than regular hybrid cars, since it does not need the costly battery packs present in such vehicles. Additionally, it allows for design freedom in the passenger compartment without sacrificing trunk room. You may be asking why the CEO of Jeep is opposed to electric vehicles. Once heralded as the planet's salvation, the electric vehicle revolution is now the subject of close examination. And the CEO of Stellantis, Carlos Tavares, is the one spearheading the initiative, representing a consortium of 12 massive automakers, including well-known brands like Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, and Dodge. Tavares has thrown a literal wrench into the EV story, casting doubt on its core premise. Speaking at Stellantis' first Freedom of Mobility Forum, Tavares gave a bleak assessment of the state of EVs, even while there is a global rush to switch from the 1.3 billion gas-guzzling cars to clean electric alternatives. The CEO doubted that such a drastic shift would be possible. What's the main worry? Shortage of resources. Lithium, which is needed for EV batteries, may not be as plentiful as we would like to think. And even if there is, switching to electric vehicles may be a logistical headache because to the bureaucratic roadblocks and geopolitical unrest surrounding its extraction. Let's imagine if we switched from gas-powered to electric vehicles. But what about the fact that producing these batteries would require us to deplete rare earth metals, which generate a ton of emissions on their own? Companies need to feel embarrassed for outright banning ICE vehicles, delivering EVs costing more than $50,000 with short driving ranges and offering pointless technological extras. Germany voted against combustion automobiles out of all the EU nations, a position supported by automakers like BMW and Porsche, who have also been developing their own alternative fuels. Equally troubling are the EV push's financial ramifications. Given that EVs already cost 40 more than their equivalents with internal combustion engines, a combustion ban may raise costs even more. The Ford F-150 Lightning may cost over $100,000, and the cost of newly released electric vehicles is also quite expensive. Major automakers such as General Motors, Ford, Hyundai, and Rivian are already facing challenges related to the escalating costs of battery components. Complicating things further are the new EV tax credit incentives, which give reductions for automobiles manufactured in the US. The regulations governing the automobile sector seem to be precarious and may be more divisive than inclusive. Interestingly, Jeep has not been exempt from the shifting dynamics of the market. They had to join the electric vehicle VIA bandwagon in the first place, and since then their sales have been steadily declining along with their brand's reputation. A Jeep Wrangler would have cost you between $35,000 and $38,000 in 2015. By the year 2023, the cost has skyrocketed to an incredible $52,000. Stellantis' strategic decision to reinvent Jeep as a luxury brand is the reason for this price increase, not only inflation or problems in the supply chain. The combination of this tactic and problems with quality control has hurt Jeep's brand. Automakers who sell electric vehicles at a loss, such as Stellantis, Ford, and GM, must either recoup their EV losses through other automotive sales. VW also shown this by lowering the price of their ID.3 in China for the third time this year in an effort to stay in the market. The luxuries that are gradually coming standard on EVs are just a cherry on top. For example, consider automatic parking or BMW's absurd heated seat subscription service. With everything going on, the day won't be far off when businesses need a monthly membership fee before allowing you to even use a vehicle. What happens if subsidies are removed? If that is the only way to keep EVs affordable, in spite of having a less aggressive EV approach than its competitors in Detroit, Stellantis is in a risky situation. A gasoline-powered range extender is anticipated to be included with even its flagship electric pickup. the Ram 1500 Rev, suggesting that the CEO isn't entirely sold on electrification. Here's where their new engine may be useful. Envision a vehicle that gets 120 miles per gallon, has almost no pollutants from its exhaust, and is reasonably priced. Doesn't it sound like a dream? Not for long, that is. Does the new engine in Jeep have the potential to surpass EVs? Tell me in the comments section below. We just posted a video on news that might potentially do significant harm to the electric vehicle sector as a whole. If you want to be genuinely surprised by what's going to happen with EVs, definitely check it out.